So the situation that most companies faced in March when we all had to move to being home-based workers is something that Vodafone has been working on for a decade now. And we've had 10 years to learn and to experiment and to figure out what works for us. And what we learned was it started with technology. It was about giving people the tools that they needed to be just as productive, even though they were virtual. Collaboration, file sharing, all secure so that you could confidently work with each other virtually. Secondly, it was about training our leaders and our managers to empower people to be flexible workers. And that involves a lot of trust, trusting that when you can't see people, you know that they're working in the best way possible. And now we're in a situation where this is enabling us to be a purpose organisation. It's attracting a diverse and an inclusive workforce because not everybody thrives in a 9-to-5 office or workplace environment. And I think for us, COVID has been less of a challenge because we were already a flexible working company. So I think it's a common mistake that people mix up home working and flexible working. Actually, and we know this from a survey of our employees that we ran recently, the perfect way that people would like to work is about 40% in the office and 60% at home. So that's why we've looked at our technology, we've looked at our leadership capabilities, and it's much more about encouraging people to find the right way of working rather than a way of working. When you are all completely virtual, you really need to spend time on things that are not work related. We miss those moments where we're having a chat in the queue to buy a coffee, or we're sharing lunch or across a table. And so we've encouraged all of our leaders and our managers to get their teams together to just have catch-up time. So my team chose twice a week, we get together in the morning and we have our breakfast together, and we're not allowed to talk about work. And that time has really brought us together. So no big cost, little bit of time, regular check-ins, but most importantly to do the human interaction that you would do if you were all sitting in the same space, but at the moment can't be. Firstly, it's got to be led by leadership. So you've all got to be committed to this because it's leadership behaviour that sets the change, not any policy or any documentation. Secondly, it's really important to involve your people. They will come up with more creative ways of working than you can ever imagine because they know what's stopping them being productive. They know the things that are getting in the way of doing things in a more creative or a more productive way. And then the third thing, it's all about communication. Things will go right, things will go wrong. It's about being open and sharing and learning together as an organisation. And I think you'll find that there are some really easy, quick wins that people just weren't aware of because you've never asked yourself the question, is there a different way of working?